Good evening, my children of the night. How are you this evening? Fanged, I hope. Blah, blah, Don't worry, I'm not going to do the whole thing like that. But I wanted to talk about this picture. And I'm doing this new spooky series or whatever. And I figured I'd start with this because when I took the picture that became the title card or whatever of this series, the whatever you want to call that, the thumbnail. Thank you. The thumbnail of the series. I also took this shot. And that's not the sun, and that's not an artifact in the camera. I was messing with the exposure settings and shit, and took this. And if you look where the street meets the grass there's that weird ball of light. 1 second, I have to cough. It has that weird ball of light. I don't know what that is. I didn't see it when I was there, and I just quickly snapped 2 of these pictures while I was walking in the yard, basically. And that's some sort of green orb. Like, it could be a camera artifact thing, but like that's highly unlikely given that that's the moon and not the sun. And I just think that's really, really spooky. And like orbs are a thing that gets seen a lot. And like that thing looks like if it really was there and it was like in a dimension I couldn't see or some shit that somehow the iPhone cranked up on whatever it could see. Looks like it's about the size of like a beach ball, maybe. Basketball, somewhere between those two sizes. Probably closer to basketball, to be honest, but it's a bigger basketball. Like that's what there's nothing quite that size. Medicine ball, maybe. And it's just like floating, and there was nothing there like that. And you can see in the other picture, it's up on Discord. Both of these pictures. I took these pictures back to back. And one of them was just everything totally normal camera, whatever. Snapped a picture of the skyline of the trees against the moonlit skylight, which is, the thing you saw that you clicked on to get here to this video. But then immediately after, I let the camera kind of refocus and change some settings and took this picture, just trying to see how light I could get it, basically. And while it was on that super, like, sensitive setting, it sees this orb. And what could that be? Like, there's a lot of like ghost orbs. There's a lot of like orbs that are associated with aliens, especially like Skinwalker Ranch. There's a lot of orbs on it. And like these things are like, cruising down the street in my neighborhood apparently. I don't know. This could just be something in the camera or whatever, but I think it's cool as fuck that like I just happened to randomly catch this cool photo with this like greenish blue orb. But that's the thing too, is that there's nothing else in this photo that's anywhere remotely that color. And the supernatural orbs that people see, those are usually green or blue or some shit. Like, well, that's exactly what this looks like. Curious to see what you guys think. And I'll try taking more pictures and shit. I'm definitely going to try to take more pictures for thumbnails and to have up like this just to talk about. Because I think having night shots to talk about spooky things will be good, whether they're, like this or not. I'm planning on actually like putting some effort into like writing out some ghost stories and stuff and telling them over some pictures that I've taken. And I think that'll be fun. And maybe some of those will have true elements, some of them won't. Maybe some of them will be true life stories. It'll all just depend on what it is. So I'm gonna try just making up something now about this orb. Let's do that. So, what I think these orbs really are, this is my story now, is that is not an alien or a ghost or whatever. What that is actually is like the fucking glowing end of the fucking thing on like an anglerfish, like in the darkness. That's drawing you in somewhere or something. And it's like a demon. And it wants you to like go to the light to, I don't know what. I think maybe it's trying to like capture your soul or something. Maybe it inhabits you, becomes you. Maybe then like you become like the thing. Stuff starts growing inside you, and like you lose a little bit of yourself every day to this thing that's taking over your body. You don't even know it, and like you just feel a little worse every day. Feel a little worse every day until like suddenly like your body explodes and another orb comes out, but it's like shaped like your head, and it's crying, and it has clown makeup on, and then it grows spider legs, and then it crawls up your body and bites your face off slowly and like drinks your blood. And then you wake up and realize that you're actually on an alien spaceship, and that you're Duke, and that you're about to get probed. And like there's a big like praying mantis looking alien just like lathering up his giant green praying mantis dick, just about to just take, Duke's pride. And that's when Duke wakes up and he realizes that he fell asleep in a chat. um, I hope my mic wasn't muted that entire time. Maybe I just muted it accidentally. I was saying I hope that I can do the Dawn podcast again soon. I miss doing that with Duke and Angry. I don't want to do it without Duke, and it seems that he's very busy, and I'm gonna wait for his school to calm down or whatever, and we're gonna try that again. There's like episode 2 where we were all there. I thought was great. The ones before and after that are good, but I think I would rather make a bunch of great episodes with the three of us rather than a few, not shitty, a few good episodes with Angry that it just never goes anywhere. And the ones that Angry and I did thus far as like an intro and about cars, those are fine. Angry really knows a lot about cars, and we did that topic pretty well, but I don't want to rely on him again, basically. Which anytime that Duke's not there, like it instantly becomes a much, much heavierly, things way heavier on Angry's shoulders when it comes to that. And I'm hoping to do more of those. But in the meantime, I'm going to start doing other things, and we'll see what happens. Look forward to the interview show with Buck Angel. Looks like that's going to happen in a couple weeks. I don't have a definite date on that yet. That's just going to be him and I probably pre-recorded talking and then let it live later. That conversation should be interesting, and I hope that it's good enough that I can get him to share it. And if he does that, I hope this takes off, because honestly, like, there's no reason that Blair White's audience wouldn't fucking love at least some of the shit I do here. some of it's kind of out there. I get that. I'm trying to be like, you know, all the things that I love mashed together, which is like Joe Rogan and Blair White and Elvira and fucking Nuttin' Fancy to some degree and Never Enough Ammo to some degree and lots of other things. This channel is going to be unique, and I think it's going to go somewhere. Um, I listened to some of my own episodes, which I don't normally do. In case you ever wondered that, I usually just release these and don't ever listen to them. I listened to a few of the more recent ones that I did just off the cuff, and I think they're pretty good. I think I've built up a pretty good skill of being able to talk to a camera thanks to, all that time hanging out with Matt. And I don't know if he's watching this or not, but thank you, Matt. And if you're not subscribed to Never Enough Ammo, you should be. So go hit him up. I'll see you guys later. And what do you think about orbs? Do you think this is an alien about to probe Duke? Prove Duke? I can't fucking talk, apparently. I think I will always make jokes about aliens probing Duke because, like, I'm sorry, it's just funny. The fact that he got freaked out about being tied to a tree because E.T. was going to come get him when he was a kid. Like, really? I really just need to move to Michigan and have enough money to take Duke out of what he's doing now and just make him my cameraman, and we'll just do shit. If you get me enough money on Patreon, I will 100% live in a van by the river and pay Duke a full salary of whatever the fuck it takes to be my cameraman. And we will go to the creepiest places in America, most alien-filled places in America. Like, this is a real plan. And, like, he has not agreed to any of this. So, I'm sure he's game. And if not, we'll just need more money. And, I'm working on that. Like, keep trying to marry a millionaire. The hot guy I was talking to from New York that had money wanted me to diaper him. So we're not talking to him anymore. Like, what the fuck, people? Like, seriously, what in the holy fuck? I should do a whole separate video on that. Like, that's going to eventually be like a stand-up routine or some shit. Like, when it was happening, I'm like, is this real? Is this real life right now? Testing 1 2 3. Like, man, this weed must be really good, and I must be unconscious right now because did you just ask me to diaper you? Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.